Um, it's it's really difficult. To be honest with you, I really have no idea what to say. Uh, it was uh, it was just, I mean, it was embarrassing. I mean, that's the only phrase that I think you can use is embarrassing. You know, we talked about the way we started the game in Cleveland and how we had to start the game with the intensity that we played with in the third and fourth quarters. Obviously, we didn't do that. You know, we had four turnovers on our first five possessions. We talked about not turning the ball over. We talked about getting back on defense, and none of those things really happened. And so it was, and I'll take responsibility because I'm supposed to have them prepared. It's my job to have them prepared. So some kind of way, we're going to keep plugging away at it. I just know we're not going to quit. I've never quit anything in my life, and I'm not going to let these guys do it either. So we got to find a way to get a group of guys that's going to compete and as I said, play at a level that we're capable of playing at. And then if we do that and we lose the game, I can accept it. What I can't accept is what happened tonight in these situations. Anybody have any questions? They can go ahead.
First question goes Sean Cunningham.
Hey, Coach. I was just wondering from your perspective, did that feel worse than the Cleveland game? Were there too many similarities? How different?
Well, I think all of them feel terrible, you know. I mean, so I don't know if it's a degree of feeling bad or whatever, but when you go out and we play with that kind of effort, it's ridiculous. And as I said, I've got to find a combination of people. It's up to me. I'm supposed to have them prepared and ready to go, especially after the debacle that happened in Cleveland. They weren't. And so I'm going to take a lot of the responsibility on that. I know that they have to do it themselves, but I've got to find a way to get these guys in a position and put them in a position where these kind of things are not happening.
Next, we'll go to James Ham.
Yeah, Alvin, it seems like in a lot of situations, your players aren't ready to shoot. I mean, the ball is going around the perimeter like hot potato, but half of the time the guys are wide open. They're just not pulling the trigger. Do you see that there's some sort of timidness to these guys right now?
I think you're right. I mean, I think you're absolutely right. And I'm not really sure why we're doing that, because one of the things that we've talked about is giving people the freedom to shoot the basketball. But, you know, I think that's a major problem of ours. You know, we got guys passing on shots that are capable of making shots. So I'm not real sure why that's going on, because I don't want them to have doubt in their mind. If you think you got a shot that you're capable of making, I want you to jump up and I want you to shoot it with confidence. But I do think that you're right in that I think we have shots that we're passing on and we end up taking a shot that's not as good as the one we passed on.
Tony Harvey.
Coach, when you say you need to find a different combination, are you talking about, you know, tweaking your personnel a little bit, you know, trying to move some guys around into the starting lineup, maybe starting Buddy or anything like that? Is that the concept that you want to go for?
I'm not real sure what the answer is right now. I got a long flight that I can really think about it and you know, look at it and try to figure out, you know, what we can do, because obviously what's going on right now is not the answer, you know. So we've got to find a way to right the ship, really. I mean, that's the only thing. You know, you can't, you know, we come on the road, we lose a tough game to Charlotte, and then, you know, we have two games against two teams that are very good basketball teams, but to say that they're 30 points better than we are, I don't believe that.
All right, guys, we've got players coming, so let's go quickly. Matt George.
Hey, Alvin, I appreciate you trying to take responsibility. This is now you're the third coach that this core, for the most part, has had preparation issues with. And you just talked about inability to execute defensively with what the game plan was, what you talked about. What more do you feel that you and your coaching staff can do outside of what the players do to get this group prepared?
Well, I think as a coach, and I've been in this league a long time, I think the worst thing that you can possibly do is say I've done all I can, and then blame it on the players. I've not done all I can. I've got to reach in somewhere and find something that can be changed that's going to change this team. I'm not a quitter, as I said, and I don't think we have guys in there that are quitters. We just got to figure out something that's going to work for us. And I'll try anything that I think is going to possibly work for us. So it's a terrible situation to be in. It's very difficult to deal with. It makes you not want to you lose sleep over things like this because I don't think we're that kind of basketball team. But the results speak for themselves, I guess, but we got to find a way to change all of that. I won't give up. I won't, and I hope they won't give up in the locker room either, because we've proven that we can play against good quality teams. We've beaten some good teams. We won on the road. So all of a sudden, all of that hadn't changed. So we got to get back and play with the confidence and play with the grittiness that we did to be able to go to the Lakers and win, and the Clippers and win in Phoenix, and and win in Portland. Those kind of things right there. And so we're not playing like that team that did that, and we've got to get back to figuring out why, and then we got to get back to making that work.
All right, last two for Coach Jason Anderson.
Alvin, I know it's a big question, but what you just talked about in terms of not being that team, why do you think that fluctuates so much with this group from night to night or week to week?
God, I wish I knew, because it is a huge fluctuation. It really is, and we've got to figure out why that is. The two teams on this trip are, as I said, are good basketball teams, but we weren't playing the elite of the league. These guys are very solid and very good, but we got to be able to compete with the teams at this level. Because if not, then when you get to the elite teams, it get even more embarrassing if you're not going to compete.
Sean, go ahead.
We played very good basketball teams. Don't get me wrong. I think Cleveland is a well-coached basketball team, and they played extremely well. And the same thing with Toronto. Obviously, they're a well-coached team. They got guys that have won championships and things like that, and they've got a coach that is a very good coach. But we have to find a way to compete, and it's got to start on the defensive end. We've got to get better defensively. We've got to get better with the points in the paint. We've got to get better with managing our turnovers, because that's a reflection on our defense that our offense caused.
Alvin, you mentioned a minute ago about using a term like embarrassing, and I'm just wondering, in the time that you've been around this team, do you feel that losing bothers this team? Do they wear it well? How much does it kind of have an impact on them?
Oh, I think it bothers them. I think they closed the door and talked about it, So, obviously, if you care, those are the kind of things that you do. If you don't care, you would never have done that in the first place. So we just got to see what's going to come out of it.